Hey, it's me, ProJared. Welcome back to Arcade Spirits, where we last left off. We met some of our employees, including our boss, business manager, and super adorable arcade tech, who I might be falling in love with. But she just handed us her lunch, and now we're in the employee room to eat that lunch, so let's keep it going. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. What? Let's see. Incoherent screaming, coherent screaming, or await death. Whoa, Arcade Spirits. This is what the kids like to call a big mood here. Let's go with incoherent screaming. With my mind and body screaming wildly, my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. The half-person, half-animal waves their appendages in front of me, likely closing in for the kill. Hello? Anyone? The waking nightmare. See? Nothing to be afraid of. Ah, right. I see. It looks like you stabilized. I was worried I scared the life right out of you.
So, I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, looking through, although that could just be a muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Oh. And I'm Jared.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
That's mine. I don't king shame furries. What? The Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today. This morning, to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
It would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right on up to the employee's only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course! You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you needed to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code just to find me. It just keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. Ashley's got quite the imagination, all right. Or is that how it come across to people as a creepy trespasser? I'm seeing a lot of creativity coming out of her mind right now, and she's like dreaming up dream scenarios, and it's not wacky to her, and I find that endearing. So she's passionate about this fictional scenario. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it, a lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something, or maybe it's the improv experience in me that's seeing this and be like, yeah, you're doing a great job. And how would you snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple of minutes. Whoops! Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Jeez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering, really. Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
Because she scared me, you see. Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley's pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? Yeah, I know those things are like crazy expensive. I think it's just the fact that this has like eye holes on the side of the face though. That's the most unsettling. Instead of like up the mouth or somewhere more natural. Let's see. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried. Yeah, I know like the actual amount of like skill required to make stuff like this is way beyond what most people realize and expensive. So she deserves praise here. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I get enough thread but running between them. I'm pretty impressed though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly you're digging on craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I went around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds or to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was! Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh! Came off the arm. The little girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already. Although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Yeah, wait, what? Seriously? Oh, so, are they going out? Nope, but they always bicker like an old married couple. It's the classic anime cliche. The ones who always fight end up together. Mark my words, Jared. Consider them marked.
Beep,
What? What's that sound? Drat, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What?
That's
No.
not good. Jared needs his calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desks for the next shift? You could do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough, thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears in the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me that I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. Ooh. My first impressions of Ashley. She's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Yeah. Ashley's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it all. Ashley's a total cutie. I'm all aboard the Pinky train. Choo choo. That seems wildly inappropriate. Yeah. I can't be like that forward. Or. It's just too strong. I like her enthusiasm about her art. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done and late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor, looking for problems, or potential problems. Or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions, at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful coworkers before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? Ooh, okay. So we got a loud crowd around the Showtime stage, someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort, or an irate customer near Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. I'm gonna say let's take care of the angry people first, because the longer they're not attended to, they're just gonna get angrier, and it's gonna be harder to deal with. By the way, Miss Editor, while we're going through this, feel free to put like little arrows or indicators or something being like either which one you think I'm gonna choose or which one you yourself would choose. Your choice. Just let everyone know. Let's go with Mr. Boopy's Magic Maze. My mutant floor attendant senses detected danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on, angry rando. Hurry the fuck up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Jared, floor attendant. Well, stop pretending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this shit to wrap up. I want this fucker to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You keep this fat piece of shit off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of shit's side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. He doesn't even notice. So I tap again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you Naomi, which simply reads Moopy. You know the game's full name? Yeah. Oh, look at the little games! I would play this. Sure, I played a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse, as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting at 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's like a high score. Dude, this guy's a professional. And he's like currently jamming on it super hard, and you just walk in and whine about it when someone's like crushing it. You could get a kill screen, and Angry Rando needs to appreciate this. Or as this other guy would probably put it, holy fuck, that's a fuck of a high score. Excuse me? Right, sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of lives restocked, on par, getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his... Oh, he's British. Whoops. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. I love that you just call the extra lives dudes, because I've done that all the time. Without pause, he pulls out $300,000 in cash and holds it out? What? Let's cover it. For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife, and they roll around in bed covered in money, and, cover what, exactly? The cost of the game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at a time. Not even 20s, dudes rolling in Benjamins. How does he just have this much money in his wallet? How big is your wallet? One moment, please! On it. Fortunately, Iris has already given my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in, Gosper wants to buy Moopy for 3K. What do? Oh, is it 3,000 or 300,000? It must be 3,000, right? There's no way he walks around 300,000. Why did I say 300,000? Hold on, what did that say? I just need to make sure I'm not... Pulled out $3,000. Okay, I'm just dumb. Sorry. Never mind. Sorry. What do? In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it, plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although, now, how's Naomi going to react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit. It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. $3,000 sounds about right. It's yours, or I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Oh man! I'm at least moderately business oriented to recognize the fact that someone wanting to buy a $200 arcade machine for $3,000 is really good. But I also don't know. Sure, that's how much we paid for, but what's the ROI on it? You know, like how much money are we getting back on that $200 investment? How often is this being played? Is it getting enough quarters frequently enough that you know, it's already made back our initial cost and then some? Like, would we be crippling our own potential revenue by just outright selling it? I don't have this information right now. And there's what Naomi thinks, who puts a lot of her heart and, say, spirit into these arcades. And that's important. I'm not sure if we should sell this game. I don't know, man. Oh, man, I don't know about this. My semi-boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of factors in play. I don't think I should just let you walk with the thing. I feel a bit wishy-washy about the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides, but the player simply smiles. Well, we can't have a mess, can we? Wouldn't be sporting. Let's compromise. I'll buy the game so I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing, of course. And in return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here, where he belongs. We wouldn't want Naomi to cry, would we? Wouldn't be proper. With his mind made up, the man presses $3,000 into my waiting hand, satisfied with negotiations, which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kind of ignoring that he exists. What the fuck, man? What kind of arcade is this? Fuck this. I'm going to Deco's place. Deco's palace. And we just lost a customer, stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Oh, thank you for being voiced. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, and clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Digging that dad bod? No, not especially. He seems to care about more than just his game, splashing around the cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? I'm not gonna be judgmental for him having money, but he does seem to know Naomi pretty well and the people that work there, and he seems to respect that. So I think that's worth noting. Take it from someone wallowing around in the lower tax brackets. Rich can do whatever they want whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family for the games and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. So, you know Naomi? He's happy to talk even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Jared. Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day,
What can
huh?
I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
I know what you mean. The beeps and boops.
No, those you eventually learn to filter out.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours. And he's still only about 720,000 into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should just let him get back to his game, but burning questions. They burn like fire. Oh, all of these questions are about his money. You must have a solid job, get your movie dipped in gold, or your score is more important than your bank balance. Also, I'm sure this isn't him having like the joystick and his character art isn't supposed to be very phallic, and yet I see nothing else. Hey, I'm gonna be a little jokey here. So I'm gonna get your moopy dipped in gold. If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have my game coded in solid gold and graced with diamonds. Gold's heavy. It'd break through the floor. At mentioning money, he loses interest. Not that he's annoyed, he's just far more focused on his maze than my financial tips. But, you know, it'd be shiny, right? Right?
Don't think so.
I don't throw around money to impress people. Money removes obstacles. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks and bonds, but I'm here for Moopy, not to offer fiscal advice. Right. My ill-fated attempts at humor piffling out, I decided to let it go. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Be seeing you, mister. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high score junkies you hear about in the documentaries. Obsessed, driven, kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had of him at the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here. But, well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. Let's see, what to handle next? Oh, so I guess these are just kind of like all these different opportunities to learn about, you know, different patrons and meet all kinds of people. So let's go check out Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. This has got to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right back to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Jared? Hell yeah, I can. I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. Ha ha ha. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Hi. Did you see that, Teo? I got my first AA on the Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're doing great. Sup. Remember last month? You couldn't even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and one day maybe surpass you. Yeah, I hope you do. And when you do, you could be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? Man, if only everyone dressed in actual like street dance wear to go to the arcades and play the dance games. This is what this is how I would pick up people doing the dance games and looking fly. I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
Sorry, I can't dance right now on account of being aroused. What? Dance with a hottie like you? Absolutely. Yeah, I can learn as I go. Back when I was stomping around on Dance Mad games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not sure I'd even know how to play this one, but it has caught my curiosity. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing game and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more about what that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing these games solo, with less chance of stomping on someone else's foot that way. It is a valid point, however. How could I resist to ask a guy such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Uh-huh. Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo's the best! Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our leader, yeah?
Please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Jesus Christ!
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang.
I feel like he's trying to bring me into a sex cult.
So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. I do love dancing games. I'm going in! I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. Oh, right. Whoops. As a kid, I remember stomping around on dance mats. Why not try out 20xdx's hottest dance game? Even if I technically don't know how to play it yet. Without a thought, I take his hand. Let's do this! As I'm about to step up to the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. Yeah, that's... I'm glad I changed my mind on that. That would have been really bad. I'm the new floor attendant, Jared. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage, now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. I'm currently year 0 of the floor attendant Jared regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Jared. I hope we get to know each other well, he says, winking at me. Indeed! For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True. Most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Hey, want to film a workplace safety video? We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes, or can you disperse your fans for me, please? We need to talk about crowd sizes. Yeah, I know you're having a ball over here, but this crowd is blocking the emergency exit. By law, we have to keep a path present. This is me being a good employee. Can't you let it slide just this once for me? Nope. If I let it happen once, it's going to happen all the time. I get it, though. Your crew's passionate about this game. That's a good thing. But a stampede on my first day at work would be bad for everyone involved. Could you imagine the headlines? Local arcades, floor attendant trampled on first day, blood everywhere. Very true. I don't want to be checking out on my social media tomorrow and click the link to your obituary. We totes can't have that. I got this. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hand over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Aw, man, but why? I like my spot. Hey, now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. Gotta be cool about fire safety. It's Jared's first day, so let's show him some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Great. Now I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time, I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one talked to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Jared's just doing his job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better. He's definitely one of those like celeb pro gamers, and his jam is dance games.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Hey,
Oops.
You should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Jared has spoken. I start to walk away ready for my next venture when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
God damn it. He wants to fuck me. I think. Probably. No, he probably just treats everyone like that. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's all. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I say that's pretty good for my first date. Even Gavin's got to be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. Alright, let's handle this last one. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. 1 year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. It's a MOBA. Got it. FOD is sheer elegance and simplicity, the way the first game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now, all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these are words that... Oh.
What the f?
Yup. Nope. Those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be fucking me! That's the fucking way it's even possible. Those hitboxes don't even fucking connect. Fuck this game. Fuck. Fuck it all night long. Hey, Randall Calrissian. Hey, get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this! 5 full fucking explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No! Amazing.
Oh, GG.
What's up?
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Hi. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what's happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game, the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Certainly not. I see you've really had taken this whole bee aesthetic. Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team, and she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. She'd be fun to hang out, and no doubt. Why so rude, though? What a sore winner. Talk about a dominating personality. I feel the urge to kneel and submit. Honestly? Look, let's be frank about this. I know my tastes. And Queen Bee's got the whole package. The sass, the dirty mouth, the keen fashion sense. Ooh, be still my subservient little heart.
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Yes. Me? What's your job? Hassling me? I'm actually pretending to work here, or I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. I'm gonna go with the first one. Fucking right! I'm the new floor attendant. Something tells me she's either gonna love returned brashness to match hers, or hate it. Let's see. And if you're not careful with your snark, I can show you the exit. I fucked up? Oh, or did I? Oh, you are a cute one. Sassy and direct.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Jared. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them some time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll check that silly boy for you. Make sure you go get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together. That's right, gamers.
I'm Queen
Rise
Bee,
up.
by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars here, besides Pear and Teo. And so you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope he lasts longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yeah. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Nope. I'd like to learn more, or will it hurt or traumatize me? I would like to learn more, but I'm working. But also, yes. Well, it is part of my job to know about all the games here, and if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Nice. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug in one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. Oh, you're streaming from the arcade. Okay. I guess we allow that here. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything together, and it takes like a half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much more to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with a console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
No, that was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible, even if when it is a bunch of fodder. As in fodder, as in, you know, chump. Okay, I got it. Lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. Ah, my crew are starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep, beep.
What the?
Fuck! I'll go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One little thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Nah. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there I need to kick.
Later.
And with a wave and twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, and the shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Is it wrong of me to crave being stepped on by her? No. There's nothing wrong with this crave. It is very real. and very understandable. We've got good chemistry so far. Note to self, check with Gavin about the ethics of dating your customers. And not that I'm committing to anything here, just, you know, the arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work isn't quite done, but, you know. Okay, let's leave it off there. This episode actually went longer than I intended, but I wanted to meet all the people, and, oh man, I was not... 2 people coming on, gosh dang strong, onto me, and I kind of love it. Won't lie. So let's see how I'm doing.
Good day.
Oh, sorry, on my stats. Okay, there we go. So I'm at a. The only one I didn't really super impress was Percy. But everyone else I seem to have the equal points at, and my personality is starting to shape up a little bit more here. Apparently, I'm very, very caring. Or, dang it, I forgot what the... I already forgot it. A lot of neutral responses just because I get scared of the different possibilities, but... I don't know. I don't think I'm usually this brash as a person, but I feel like that's the best way to respond to old Queen Bee there, so... Okay. Alright, we'll keep this going. Means a lot of hotties. And we're slowly figuring out my spirit. I'm having a good time. This is cool. I like this. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying it too. If you are, please subscribe if you aren't already. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Do you have a favorite so far? Do you wish to be stepped on by Queen Bee? It's okay if you do. And as always, thank you guys so very much for watching. See you next time.